Hi there, welcome to I Create Art Tutorials. My name is Lauren and I'd like to show you the color wheel. This is a really handy tool for you to use when you're creating your artwork, especially where colors are concerned. The outer ring here shows you all the various colors as a starting point. And then we have a little center wheel right here, and it shows you some various interesting visuals. For instance, I now have yellow at the top right here, and it says, if you can read it, maybe you can't on the camera, but right here it says adding red, and you can see it shows in this little tiny block right here that this is orange. So if you have yellow and you add red, you get orange. And you can rotate this around and see what red looks like added to all of the colors. So here we have green with red, it looks this more like kind of brown color. Or if we go over to blue and add red, we get more of a purple color. So each of these little slices shows you what each of them looks like. We also have one for adding yellow, adding blue, adding white, and adding black. So you can see these neat little color swatches as you rotate your wheel around, which can be really handy to kind of see what kind of color combinations you're going to get, especially handy for if you're mixing watercolor or acrylic paint together too. We also have some various value tints too, which is very nice for doing more of your black and white and gray artwork. Then on the back here, we have some more of our colors. We have the same thing as the front. We can see all these different pieces, but these little pieces here are important, especially the center here. This is really handy. It shows you in the first little triangle what's called complementary colors. So if you notice, its arrow is pointing from yellow all the way to purple over here, or violet. And so complementary colors are when the opposite color on the wheel from each other. So we have yellow and violet, we have green and red, we have blue and orange, if I line those up. And you can see the other various complementary colors as well that are more in between combination colors. There's a couple other little triangles and rectangles on here, and these will point out to you various color schemes you might use, for instance, in a painting or a drawing. There's triad, there's tetrad, and there's actually a tetrad that's a rectangle and a tetrad that's a square. And so all you would do if you want to incorporate these color schemes is the corner of the triangles or the corner of the rectangles, is you would include colors from those families. And they don't have to all be the same level of darkness. For instance, this one's pointing to this red-violet color. So you might have the darker one, maybe a medium or a lighter color, and then you might have, again, some of this blue over here. And you just kind of keep going around the square. Also, this is a really handy device for figuring out what are considered to be cool colors and what are considered to be warm colors. At the top here, we can just kind of see the upper half visually, from red all the way around to yellow-green. You could probably consider to be warm colors. And then from green all the way around here back to red-violet are usually a bit more cool toned. Although yellow-green and red-violet are kind of in between. They can go either cool or warm because they are a combination of these particular colors. So you can kind of see this, the upper half and the lower half. And just to see some of these colors and actions, we have just some example images here. This one has all cool colors, which I mentioned earlier in this painting. We have green, purple, and blue, as you can see, are all in here. You could also probably argue these are kind of getting into something along the lines of an analogous color scheme, which is where the colors are kind of all in an order next to each other on the color wheel, although I sort of jumped over a few. But their families are all next together, which is purple, blue, and green. We can also see how warm and cool colors and different color combinations kind of play out. We have these little hummingbirds here, and this hummingbird, for instance, has more of cool colors in the background with the green and blue, and then the main color of the bird has more warm colors like yellows and oranges. Then we have a bit of the opposite going on with this bird. He has purples, blues, greens, and behind him we have a lot of yellow with only a little bit of blue, and of course his flower is very orange. If you like learning about colors and color schemes, you also might want to try out our Degas Dancer box too, which discusses cool and warm colors as well. As you can see in her outfit here, we have some warm colors, and in her little reflection, there are cool colors. So So we hope you find good use in this handy little tool for figuring out colors and making some awesome artwork. Thank you for joining us and hope to see you in some of our other videos. Bye-bye.